This is Ian Lamont. I've been an advertiser on Amazon for 8 years for my Amazon brands, and today the two metrics I use to identify successful Amazon advertising campaigns. If this helps, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe, and let's get started. So we're looking at one of my kind of campaign lists for one of the accounts that I have on Amazon advertising. This is for one of the brands that I have. And you can see a whole bunch of metrics that are displayed by default at the top: impressions, ACOS, sales, and spend. The two most important metrics that I use to evaluate my campaigns, really, they're not even shown here. They're something that I have to calculate. Either I do it in my head when I'm browsing this list right here, or I export the data and then put it into a spreadsheet. I know that there's some other third-party tools that some people use. But basically, here are the two metrics. The first metric is conversion rate. That means out of the number of orders that I have, basically compared to the number of clicks, that will yield a conversion rate. And just an important thing to note for my products, every single order is just for a single item. I don't get people ordering multiples of the same item. So it's a very easy way to measure the conversion rate. So in this particular case, I have 14 orders for 180 clicks. That's roughly 8 or 9% conversion rate, which is really quite good. So that's one of the numbers that I use. You can see on the one right below it, it's basically 6 orders out of 103 clicks. So that's a conversion rate of all the 103 people that clicked on that particular campaign, and assuming that is basically one click means one Amazon customer, it works out to about a 6% conversion rate. So the other metric, the second metric, which is arguably more important to me, is the spend per sale. Amazon does not show this data, but basically it's very easy to calculate. You take the spend that you have for a particular campaign, and then you divide it by the number of orders. And in this particular case, so 14 goes into 70, it's basically about $5 per order. So for every order that I get for this campaign, it costs $5 to get that. And then if you know your profit level for that particular product, so let's say the profit level for this particular product is $9, and I'm spending $5, that means this is a wildly successful campaign, because I'm yielding basically just on the paid side of it. It's yielding a profit of $4 for every single order that I get through this particular method. So knowing that, this is a type of campaign that I'd want to scale up in some way if I could. Conversely, if I see a spend per sale that's far too high, like this one, 2 orders cost $25. So it's basically $12.20 for a single sale, for a single order. That is a problem. That is something that I will need to optimize, because actually my profit level for this particular item that's being sold here is just $4.50. So the spend per sale is 3 times that level. So this is wildly unprofitable, and I need to address that. Oftentimes I'm doing this in my head, but sometimes what I'll do is I'll export all of these campaigns to a spreadsheet, and then I'll just calculate those two metrics that I just described, the conversion rate and also the spend per sale. Interestingly, Amazon does not display those two particular options for metrics. You have to calculate it on your own. I know also that a lot of agencies, they don't even calculate. They may calculate conversion rate, but they don't calculate spend per sale. As far as I know, I'm like one of the few people that does this. I think it's really the best way to evaluate whether or not a campaign is successful. It ignores stuff like ACOS. I've already talked about that in other videos extensively, why ACOS is really a terrible metric for evaluating campaigns. But the two metrics I've just given you, conversion rate and spend per sale, that will give you a much clearer picture on how your Amazon advertising campaigns are doing. If this video helps, please take a moment to like it and follow me. If you go to leanmedia.org, that's my official website. Click on blog or video, tons more free content about Amazon advertising, doing an Amazon business, and I hope it helps out. There's a link in the show notes if you want to learn more. I'll talk to you next time.